Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. I'm Diana Lockett. I'm Canada's only realignment coach, and my belief truly at my core is that we can all realign to thrive. Normally, I write a newsletter at this time of year and I post it on my website and in my email group and on Facebook, but today I really felt called to do a video. This is totally unscripted. I don't have an agenda. I simply want to connect with you. I want to check in with you. It's the end of 2021. How are you? Whatever comes up, just take a moment to feel that truth. Some people might be overjoyed. 2021, virtual connections made opportunities possible that perhaps would never have happened. Some people might still be in deep loss and grief and loneliness. And so wherever you are, I want to acknowledge it. And join me and take a deep breath. Exhale with a sigh. Breathe and everything changes. Your physiology, your biology, your neurology, your mind, your spiritual and your emotional bodies. And when we breathe with a deep exhalation, an audible exhalation, you get to activate your vagus nerve, which is deeply moving into parasympathetic nervous system response, which is your calming nervous system. That's a lot. Take a breath in. Exhale. At the beginning of 2021, I listened to one of my spirit medium friends, Delisa of Spirit and Spark. And Delisa used two words to describe 2021. They were plot twist. And man, has that been my reality. I'm wondering how that lands with you. 2021 has been a year of immense spanda. Spanda is a Sanskrit word for ebb and flow, the ups and downs, the light and the dark, the yin and the yang, the up and the down. It's been our life. And I want to acknowledge that, me too. 2021 has come with immense change for me, and I'm curious how much change you've had to go through. And I want to honor and respect whatever you're going through and whatever you went through, with the knowing that we have been called here to experience this right now. Right here and right now. This is our journey. This is your life. This moment is your life. And what are you going to do with it in this moment? And this moment. And this moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. I want to give you one example of the plot twist that I experienced in 2021. I moved from Ontario to British Columbia. My relationship clearly ended or ending. Part of me still holding on, part of me still in deep love and gratitude for my relationship. And I knew that I was meant to be here in BC. A victim part of me wants to say I was pushed to come here. I was pushed to sell my house. I was, forced to come here, but that would just be victim speaking. The truth is, I know I'm meant to be here. And so I sold my house. I had a moving truck come and pack up everything that I chose to bring. And I chose carefully what I packed. And it was on its way to BC. On June 25th, my house was closing. My car was loaded, my cat, my dog, my son, and myself, doing this incredible journey across Canada, which truly is for me a once in a lifetime experience that I enjoyed every moment of. But I got the call from my lawyer. The house was not going to close. The buyers were walking away. Plot twist. What do? I trusted because I had that word plot twist in my mind. I trusted. I got in my car and I started driving. By the fourth day, my house was resold firm, and it did close. No problems. There are opportunities in our life where we get to put our palms up and trust fully and say, I don't know. I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know when, but I trust. My hope is that you could bring that trust into 2022. And a friend of mine, the same friend on her Medium show, had an astrologer come on, and the words that she used to describe 2022 was before and after. If you reflect on your life before this very moment, what is 2022 going to offer you that perhaps was not possible unless you had gone through everything you have gone through? What gifts, what blessings, what connections, what community, what possibilities for healing, what awareness, what awakening. The reality is we are meant to be awakened beings, but we have been conditioned so deeply to fall asleep, to stay in judgment, to blame, to accuse. And when we look at blaming, where we're pointing a finger, every time we point a finger, there are three more pointing at us. And that reminds us that that is the deep work that we get to do, not need to do, but get to do, should we accept the invitation. My hope is that in 2022, we can all awaken more than we go to sleep. We all will fall asleep. We all will fall into places of fear, despair, hopelessness, blame. And the work is to catch yourself. People say, how do you do the work, the healing work, the deep work? It's to catch yourself. And it's to remember that everybody is doing the best they can, given their model of reality of the world, their resources, and their capacity in that moment, including you. Take a deep breath. And as you acknowledge and remember that, there's something in you that can feel the truth in that. I know it because I feel it. And we are made of the same fabric. You are me cleverly disguised as you, with your own longings, desires, conditioning, history. But we share our light. We share our love. We share our hope for humanity. And as we come forward into 2022, can we bring all of that forward with us? Can we pack a bag that's full of gratitude, of hope, of love, of light, of awareness, of patience, of acknowledgement, of healing? And maybe put in a little dose of excitement, put in a dose of curiosity, put in a dose of just being open to whatever comes without judging it. In order to do so, you might have to bring in a lot of forgiveness for self, forgiveness for others. I practice regularly the Ho'oponopono prayer, the Hawaiian prayer that says, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I say it for myself. I say it for those who have hurt me or betrayed me. And I invite you to make it part of your daily prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. As you move into 2022, the number 22 is a very powerful number for intuition. Can you start to trust or continue to trust your intuition? Perhaps you might get a person's name come into your mind. Call them. Trust that they're waiting for you. Perhaps you have an intuitive pop-up that says, don't go here or go here. Trust it. Listen to your intuition. Remember that we're here to take care of ourselves and each other. We have a greater purpose on this earth. We are responsible globally, collectively for Earth, for each other. Can you make the decisions that serve the collective? I really believe this is why we're going through this, so we can awaken to the greater vision and purpose of our lives. I know my why is very clear, is to contribute to a bigger cause, bigger than me. And sometimes that comes at a cost. Sometimes I feel lonely because I'm being pulled into something that's very uncomfortable, and yet I trust. In 2021, I got to write my third book with Ignite Publishing called Ignite the Hunger in You. It was an amazing compilation with Les Brown and 34 other authors, and I got to serve them. I got to meet with them weekly and spend time with them and get to know them and get to hear their stories and get to hear their pain and get to hear their revelations, their Ignite moments, how they have used their pain as their purpose, how they have changed and transformed their mess into their message. And Les Brown says, you are not only the message, you are the mess. You are not only the messenger, you are the message. My story was about how I brought a very conscious awareness and loving presence into my grief and took the time to heal it. And it started with 3 questions from my son. At 1:30 in the morning in April of 2021, he woke me up and he said, Mom, when is life going to go back to normal? That was a loaded question because for us, we would never go back. And I said to him, son, this is a transformational opportunity that we get to create our new normal. We get to decide what normal is for us. What do you want? What do you want in your one precious life? What if this moment right here and right now was your opportunity to create your normal? What do you want it to be? And can you do it in service of a collective? Can you remember that it's not just about you, it's about us. We, all of us, Mother Earth, healing the past, healing moving into the future. His second question, because he asked 3, his second question is, why are we here? I'm actually second guessing that. That was his third question. His second question, give me a moment. His second question was, what is the meaning of life? These are deep questions for at the time, 14-year-old. What is the meaning of life? I knew that answer because I say it to my students all the time. The meaning of life is whatever you get to create out of the meaning. And we often assign the meaning to our lives based on the experiences that we've had. But in my first book, Ignite Female Changemakers, I wrote my power quote, our experiences do not define us. Our experiences inform us and have the potential to catapult us to our deepest purpose. What meaning are you attaching to your life right here and now that is not necessarily real, that you don't have to hold on to? You get to create and change it. We have these incredible minds that are that have neuroplasticity, the ability to shift and shape and rewire. You have a heart that is open and wide and can hold space for everything that you experience with loving awareness and presence. What meaning do you want to attach to your life here and now? And his third question was, why are we here? The purpose, the big question. That was an interesting one from a 14-year-old, but I looked at his eyes and I knew the answer. We are here to love. And so if you're not feeling love in this moment, I'm going to say you're not living your purpose. What can you do to feel love? What work do you need to do? What forgiveness do you need to do? What letting go do you need to do? What embracing do you need to do? What trust do you need to cultivate to bring you to a place of love? It doesn't mean we have to like everything that's going on. I don't think anybody likes what's going on in the world. But can you love each moment as a gift and a blessing for life? Because you are a miracle, just like me. I'm going to take you through a realignment process. This is my signature practice. If you're able to close your eyes, please do so and take a deep breath. Exhale, H-A. And as you do, the R in Realign, each letter is an acronym. The R stands for remember. I always say that our practices, our spiritual practices, are the practice of remembering. Can you remember right here and now that you are a miracle? And depending on the research, there's a 1 in 400 to 400 million, billion, or trillion chances that you would be here, and you made the cut. You are a miracle, just like me. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh. And the great news is, if you're a miracle and I'm a miracle, so is everybody else. They've just forgotten, perhaps. And they need you to remember this about yourself so they can remember about themselves. This is the critical work that we have to do to bring light into the world and healing. The E in realignment is to explore your body. So often we get attached to our emotions and our mind states. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I'm stressed. You are not those things. You have emotions. And so right now you have an invitation to go into your body and explore the sensations of your body. Sensations are the language of the body. What is the felt sense of your body right now? It might be using words like tingly, hot, cold, tight, open, spacious. What are some things that you're noticing? And start to explore them as parts, because you are not this whole definition that you give yourself or has been given to you. You have thousands of parts that, when we can integrate them as a family unit within ourselves and acknowledge them, we start to love a little bit deeper. So I might say something like, I'm aware in this moment that my right shoulder is depressed, like it's down. It's lower than my left shoulder. And then as you acknowledge it, you're giving language to it. And the research shows that in 90 seconds, it can start to shift. And then the L is to let it be, REAL, explore, acknowledge, and let it be. In between, you take a deep breath, exhale, and move to a different sensation. Where else is your body calling your attention? I'm aware that my outer left hip has a little bit of tightness. So I'm speaking about my body, but you can use your own awareness and speak about your experiences right now, your sensations. I'm aware that my breath is full. I'm aware that my heart feels very open. I'm aware that my mouth is dry. So move through a few more rounds of acknowledging the sensations of your body. And in between, taking a breath. Let the breath be audible to deepen your parasympathetic calming nervous system. And it could be that you are aware that things are tight and there's butterflies churning in your belly, and your shoulders are tight and your fists are clenched, and that's all okay. Bring loving presence to whatever you're experiencing in this moment. And then the IGN in Realign, the I stands for the intuitive pop-up, perfect for 2022. If I was to say to you right now, what does life want you to know? And you can replace life with God, universe, your higher wisdom. What does life want you to know? What intuitive pop-up comes to you in this moment without judging or making it wrong? Just listen and trust and receive. Receive this message that you need to hear right now. And the G in Realign stands for gratitude. What are you grateful for in this moment? There's always something to be grateful for. Sometimes when you're in the down and the dumps of the funk of the grief or whatever you're experiencing, it's hard. And yet gratitude is the single most practice to attract more things to be grateful for in your life, the daily practice. Maybe in 2022, you can make this a daily writing practice or video practice. And the N in Realign stands for need. What do you need in this moment? What do you need in this moment to remember that you're a miracle? What do you need in this moment to remember your intuitive pop-up, that message that was given to you by life itself? What do you need to remember to stay grateful? What do you need to remember to tune into your body and explore the sensations and not attach to them and not weaponize from them to others? Take a deep breath in. Exhale. You go ahead and open your eyes. If you'd like, you can keep them closed as I continue to send you blessings and wishes for 2022. And if you could think of one word for 2022 that you would like to embody, what would that word be? My word for 2022 is integration. I have a strong longing and desire to integrate all parts of who I am, all parts of the work that I've done, so that I can bring all this forward in service and love with a bigger intention into the world. I don't know the how, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I trust. What is your word for 2022? And I'd like to send out a few invitations. So tomorrow, New Year's Day, if you're watching this before that time at 12 o'clock Eastern time, I'm going to run a yoga class. I haven't done any yoga teaching since the spring. And so I'm offering a yoga class to welcome in 2022 with integrity, community, movement, breath, and love. And it's at noon Eastern time. Message me, I'll send you the link. Make sure you have a candle and a journal with you. I'm also looking forward in 2022 to speaking, continuing to speak in various capacities. I'm launching a TV show on the Divine Spirit Network, hopefully in March. And it's all going to be strategies and tools to live a more fulfilling, spiritual, love-filled, grace-filled life. I'm launching a retreat. I'm running a retreat in March in Ontario. It is currently full. If it opens up, I will let you know. And I'm looking forward to finishing my solo book, which I'm hoping to get done today, sending it to the publishers once I do some final editing. I'll keep you posted about that. I'm also hoping in 2022 that the world can open up and we can connect live in person. I'm really missing live community, and I'm grateful for this incredible opportunity through the internet to connect with you virtually. I really hope for some live connections, some deep hugs. I look forward to seeing my friends in Ontario when I come down. I look forward to traveling a little bit more. I look forward to becoming more playful. You know, we take life so seriously, but what if instead we became seriously playful in our life, to smiling more, to feeling fully, to loving deeply? These are all things I wish for you in 2022. And most of all, I wish you health and wellness. And please connect with me if you need support around that, or if someone you know needs support for their health, their wellness, and their healing. It's what I do. It's my purpose. It's my mission. And I'm bringing forward a new program in 2022, a new Realign to Thrive program that's rooted in a technique that I call the Twilight Technique. If you're curious, connect with me and I'll share some details. I thank you so very much for watching this, for taking some time for your own reflection for 2021 into 2022. I look forward to 2022. I'm excited. I'm enthusiastic. I'm hopeful. And I know that we still have to go through a little bit of sponda, ebbs and flows, lights and darks to get there. And there is, let me rephrase that, not to get there, but to move through 2022, because there's no destination. It is what it is. So what are you going to do about it? Spiritual enlightened one. That's my question for you. It is what it is. So what are you going to do about it, spiritual enlightened one? And you are spiritually enlightened if you are listening to this right now and you've stayed on this in this video to this point, because there's a part of you that was curious and that in this moment is waking up to hear these words. I place my hands together at my heart center and I pray. And I pray with you that we all collectively can stay healthy and well, that we can remove the judgments that we have of each other, of ourselves, of the world, that we can continue to pray with forgiveness for self and for others, and that we may remove the debris, the conditionings, the beliefs that we have placed in our minds and in our hearts that prevent us from showing up fully with the 3 questions that my son asked me. Why are we here? When is life going to go back to normal? And what is the meaning of life? Those 3 questions that he asked, may those continue to be the questions that you ask yourself every single day. What normal do you want to create? What intentions? What manifestations? What purpose? And what meaning? It's all inside you. And if it's not feeling right, it's because you're not asking the right questions and letting the right answers come to you. So let me rephrase them one more time. What transformation do you wish to bring into 2022? How do you wish to create the meaning of your life? And it might mean having to rewrite the narrative of your life. And what do you wish your purpose to be? Let me rephrase that even deeper. How do you long to be remembered? What do you wish to bring into the world? What ingredients do you want to drip and sprinkle into life itself? Thank you so much for watching this. My hands are in prayer and I bow to you with loving presence, acknowledgement, and light. The light and the love in me acknowledges and bows to the light within you. Namaste.